Hi, Glenn Badaris here, EDL 852, Module 12, case study. First thing is Section 1 in the case summary. The rural school district about 10 miles from large city with a population increase of 2% per year. The town is growing. The district currently has 2 schools, K through 6 and a 7 through 12 school. 60% of the residents are farmers within the district. Prior to building this new school, there were 3 options: build an addition to the junior senior high and move the 6th grade from the elementary facility to the junior high, build an addition to both buildings, or build a new middle school housing grades 6 through 8, thus removing the 6th grade from the elementary and 7th and 8th grade from the secondary school. The district hired an out-of-district principal, Susan, 12 months prior to opening the new school. Her job was to hire personnel, develop curriculum, and create organization within the new school. She put together an advisory committee, 4 teachers, 4 parents, to develop a vision statement, providing parameters for planning, program, scope, and implementation. Susan would like to work collaboratively to create a vision and mission statement that takes into account the vision of all stakeholders. She's new to the community and would like everybody to be included. Helen Burke is appointed the head of the advisory committee. She voted 7-1 to have Susan, the principal, create the vision statement and get the community to support it following her creation of the vision and mission statement. Section 2, ethical and legal issues. What ethical and legal issues do I have with creating a vision and mission statement without stakeholder input? Principal Susan believes that the creation of the vision and mission statement should be a collaborative process and should include stakeholder input. Creating a rift with Helen could cause some issues because she has ties to the community and the school board, but she was hired to do a job and needs to have the freedom to do her job how she sees it being done. Helen, whose brother is on the school board, thinks that they hired a visionary principal and she should be the one to create the vision and mission because she is qualified and that's what they hired her to do. She will get stakeholders on board with whatever Susan creates. Other committee members have their own personal wants and needs in mind, such as athletics. There's a PE teacher on the committee, and that's what he has in mind. Section 3, what's happening? One sentence here. Susan, a new principal, has been tasked with creating a vision and mission statement for a new school. She'd like to get stakeholder input for creation, but is facing pushback from the committee she created, in which she should create the vision and mission statement on her own. Next is the facts. Who are the people involved? The people involved with the creation of the school curriculum, vision, and mission statements. First of all, the new principal, Susan Potter, was hired to oversee the building of a new school, 6th through 8th grade. She was put in charge 12 months prior to the opening of the building and tasked with personnel decisions, creating a vision and mission statement, and to sit in on building meetings. She'd like to have stakeholder input for creating the vision and mission statement, but is getting pushback from the advisory committee who says they hired her to create the vision and mission statement herself. Helen Burke is a tenured teacher within the school who Susan asked to be the head of the advisory committee. Her brother is a farmer who pushed for the building of the school and is also on the school board. Helen believes that she hired Susan, a visionary, as principal, and she should create the vision and mission statement, and the committee should give a stamp of approval. Other committee members include Dan, a physical education teacher with community ties, who wants athletics to be at the forefront of decisions. Also, parents on the committee see it as the principal's job to create policies and develop curriculum. The community was largely divided in the building of the new school. The place in which it occurs includes the type of community, location, and demographics. Lightville Community School District is about 10 miles from a major city. Current enrollment is 1,200 and increasing at a rate of 2% per year. Enrollment went from 762 to 1,200 over the past 25 years. 60% of the community lives on a farm, and the current school buildings are between 10 and 25 years old. The program includes the type of schools, the curriculum, and the grade levels. Susan, the newly hired principal of a future public school housing 6th through 8th grade, is tasked with hiring personnel, creating curriculum, and writing a vision and mission statement. Susan created an advisory committee to help include stakeholder input in writing the vision and mission statement. Moving on to section 5, review and prioritize the information. Phil, is in order to make a quality decision, we must first review and prioritize the information and how it can affect ourselves, stakeholders, the community, and the students. This situation can cause damage to both the stakeholder and the community if it is not handled the correct way. The community was split on the building of the new school, and not handling the situation correctly could lead to more disconnect in the community. Community would like to see Principal Potter make the best decision possible with student learning in mind. With nearly half of the town against the building, she must include the community and the stakeholders in the decision-making process or risk losing community support. Stakeholders such as Helen want to see Susan handles the situation and conflict. Will she do what the advisory board voted, or will she hold true to her core values? Susan needs to get input from other sources, such as the other two building principals, the superintendent, or the school board. She has a quality advisory committee, but may want to increase the amount of members or add other administrators to help oversee the creation of the vision and mission statement. Continuing, I don't feel at this time I have the information that I need in order to make a decision. I feel like I needed to talk to a few more stakeholders and get some collaboration with some people who have dealt with the community. Section 6, identify options and consequences. Option number 1 is taking no action. Develop the vision and mission statement on my own without input from the advisory committee. Allow the advisory committee to get their way and push me into creating the statements and trusting that the stakeholders will back me. Some of the consequences I see of this: what if the community doesn't support my vision and mission? What if it doesn't align with current vision and mission statements at the other school? Without knowing what values the community holds at a high standard, my vision and mission may not meet the needs of the community. If the vision and mission statement fail, responsibility falls on me alone. I'm also going against one of my core values that I've established as an administrator. Option 2, the comprehensive action. Remove all members who do not want to participate from the committee. Find new members who'd like to be active participants in the creation of a collaborative vision and mission statement. Obviously, this isn't a very good way to start a school with new staff. Could create strain within the new staff. Option number 3 is somewhat of a middle ground option. Have a discussion with the current members and discuss the importance of creating a collaborative vision and mission statement. Also discuss that they're not active members. They may need to be replaced in order for the process to be completed. Again, it could cause friction within the staff and community members as they're not wanting to participate. Option number 4 is another middle option. Tell the committee that I will create the vision and mission, but we will ask for the group to have input prior to submission of the vision and mission to the school board. Also ask if anyone would like to help write the statements. If there's a few people on the staff or on the committee that may want to help me. Prior to writing the statements, speak with students, teachers, administrators in other buildings and the superintendent. Also research the district statements so they align with current district beliefs. Next, have the group edit and critique the vision and mission statement prior to submission so that it is a group effort. Consequences: I might not get quality feedback, but some is better than none, and if they're helping, at least it is a group effort in the end. Sorry. All right, moving on to section 7, evaluating options. Pros and cons of each. Option number 1 is obviously take no action. The pros of this: it makes committee happy and it allows for the board to buy in. The cons: it goes against my moral code. The mission and vision are not collectively collaborated. It is not the best interest of the community or the schools or the students. Option 2 is the comprehensive. Allows for division of work in creating vision and mission statement. Develop a divide in the staff and committee. It's possible to find active participants. May upset the school board and the community. Continuing, option number 3, the pros: allow for group collaboration or replacement of members if needed. Would not be myself creating vision and mission statement on my own. The cons: Would not be a great way to start a school. Start a new school with removing teachers from the committee may cause issues with the community if replacements are needed. And option 4 is the middle ground. The group gets what they want, and I'm able to get input from the community and members before finishing. New vision and mission will align with district policies and allows all parties to be happy. I was forced to give a little bit as a con. The entire committee will not have input is another negative. Transitioning to section 8, choosing the best option. I believe that at this time, option 4 is the best option. After careful consideration and reflection, I believe that option 4 allows for the committee and myself to create the best vision and mission statement for our school and students. After speaking with stakeholders and collaborating with the students, administration, and committee members, I would have a large enough understanding to create a first draft vision and mission statement. At this point, I would get input from the committee on improvements that could be made. We as a group would create the final draft to be submitted to the school board. It allows for the group to participate, even at a limited rate, they would still participate. It develops leaders within the staff. Maybe I could find somebody who on the committee would be a leader at some point for our school. It does not go against my principles. I'm creating it, but I'm also getting input from the group. It allows for me to develop relationships within the community and the school by going and meeting people and developing those relationships. And it shows that I'm willing to lead and my flexibility to make adjustments and allow everybody to get kind of what they want. Continuing section 9, implementation. Step number 1, at the next committee meeting, I'll discuss the plan with committee members. I will take the lead and research the community while contacting relevant stakeholders for input. At a later committee meeting, members will review the first draft and make suggestions before final submission. Step 2, speak with the administration at the other schools and discuss their vision and mission statement, get input from them, things that they feel are important prior to writing it. Step 3, meet with the superintendent and discuss district vision and mission for alignment, get approval for moving forward with other stakeholders, make sure that it's okay to speak with students and parents, and make sure that we're all on the same page prior to moving forward. Next is step number 4, speak with students that will be attending the school upon opening and relevant community members for suggestions. See what they hold at a high value so that the vision and mission align. Step 5, create a rough draft that aligns with the district and other schools within the district. If there are any willing participants, I would ask for input at this time. Next is step 6, present the rough draft to the committee and ask for input and suggestions. I'll allow each person on the committee to make suggestions and have input while keeping alignment in mind. Step number 7, vote on the vision and mission statement for final approval. Section 9, continued. My plan B, if the committee continues to not participate or have input, I will add members to the committee who will be active participants following an individual meeting with the current members. If it requires moving individuals from the committee, so be it. I would speak to the superintendent prior to making these decisions and make sure that it was okay to move forward with those steps. Section 10 is the standards, mission, vision, and improvement. I feel that I met these standards and they're throughout the presentation. Thank you for your time.